Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fashion Rants with Claude Michelle. And on this show, I'll be discussing all types of fashion stuff. Um, Things that people don't like to discuss, racism in fashion, the different sizes when it comes to like plus sizes, just all aspects of fashion that people don't really discuss. Like, for example, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and our fashion scene sucks. It's mainly because of our fault. The reason why I say this is because we have this crabs in the barrel syndrome where they're so cliquey. It's like a big high school out here that everybody just supports their friends or the people that are popular, you could say, which is not a great mentality because if you look at people, places like Atlanta and other places, they support their own. We don't support our own. Not until we leave. This is why they support people like Cousin Stiz and Millie's and all these other people that actually left, Boston, Massachusetts. And people are now all of a sudden dick riding them, which is kind of like typical out here. People like to dick ride, and all of a sudden oh, that's my man's, blah, 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 whatever. I just feel like we need to change the culture out here. I've been in the fashion industry for like 7 years out here. Started in 2012. You can say I'm well known on here in the city. And I feel like because of the fact that I know so many people, so many people know me, I actually want to make the change in Boston. So, like I said, I'm trying to create a Boston City Council for fashion design, and hopefully that works and that actually comes together. Because out here, you got a lot of wannabes too. Um, you know who the wannabes are. If you're into fashion, you'll know who they are. Those are the people that are not really doing much for the city, anyways. They're all about themselves. So I just feel like this topic that we're going to be discussing today is basically about how to become that change in fashion in your city. As a designer, the way you should start off is networking with the right people who have the same mindset as you, because sometimes that helps a lot. Actually, no, it does help a lot because you guys can come together and create a board, and if you guys are on the same page, it does help just make that movement forward. My goal is to make Boston one of the major fashion cities from LA, New York, Chicago. What else? What other cities there? Major fashion cities in the U.S. Miami. Those places, they're major fashion cities, but we're not really a major fashion city. Especially New York is obviously number one. And then it goes overseas. So New York is actually the number one, and then it's mainly like London, Milan, and Paris, and etc. over there. But to become a major fashion city, we need to be welcoming to outside designers that are not from our city, obviously. We also need to give a platform to these major designers to want to come out here and showcase their work. Because if you don't give them a reason to come out here, they're not gonna come. But we've been doing a good job with the music scene. Past few years, I actually noticed that our music scene is becoming way better and better. We're becoming one of the major cities to come to on tour for a lot of the artists. So if that's possible, I feel like it's possible for fashion. But I feel like we need to be that change. And the only way that's going to happen is us coming together and being that change. So you could say this episode is kind of a cry for help to everybody out there that's watching or listening in my city. Like, can we just put the egos aside, put the cliques aside, and just come together and just make this change? I'm not doing this for me. I'm not doing this so I can become well known or benefit from it. My goal is to basically help the city and leave it better than I found it when I decided to leave, actually, because at the end of the day, I'm going to end up leaving anyways. But at least if I could just leave y'all with something, kind of like a legacy, that'd be a proud thing for me to do, and I'll be happy with that, especially all the designers, young black designers especially, that are coming up behind us. Well, it's not even a race thing. I just say the young designers behind us that are trying to do the same thing I did. So if we can give them a platform or a path, why not create it? So with that being said, we need to be that change. We need to bring in the different artists and different fashion designers, makeup artists, hairstylists from all over the countries, and to come out here and give them a reason to want to work with us. I was in New York Fashion Week recently in February, and I met a kid who was a hairstylist, and that same kid actually said he's never been to Boston, he'd love to come. So why not just give them a reason to come and stuff? So there's so much potential out here. We have so much talented people. I personally know a lot of fashion designers, young and old, that are actually very talented out here. Um, and I just feel like they don't have a platform, and they're on the same page as me as creating that opportunity and that platform. So, with that being said, hopefully after this video airs and you guys see it and you guys hear what I'm saying, I want you guys to reach out to me. You could either DM me on IG, which is at Claude_Michelle. You could email me at Mr. Claude Michelle at gmail.com. Reach out to me. You can hit me up on Facebook as well, which is Claude Michelle Sannon. Just reach out to me if you're interested in becoming a part of this movement, and let's do something about it. Ciao.